In a small town nestled between mountains and restless highways lived a young man named James Hale. To anyone passing by, James looked ordinary, quiet, polite, a little worn out from life. But inside him was a storm no one could see. A year ago, everything had been different. He had dreams bigger than the sky, plans that felt unstoppable, and a belief that life was opening doors just for him. But then, life happened. Within 6 months, James lost his job, his longtime girlfriend left, and the small business he tried to start collapsed under debt. Each blow came like a wave hitting a drowning man, pushing him further underwater. He began waking up late, not because he wanted to, but because he didn't see a reason to rise. Some mornings, he'd stare at the ceiling and whisper to himself, "Why am I even trying? What's the point? Maybe life just isn't meant for me." He didn't tell anyone, but he felt unworthy, like a mistake the world had made. It was a cold winter night when James finally hit rock bottom. He received a notice that the bank was closing in on his remaining savings. His car broke down the same day, and the only person he thought he could depend on told him, "Maybe you're just not meant to make it. Some people don't." Those words pierced deeper than any failure ever had. James walked home that night with his hood up, tears fighting their way out. He entered his small rented room, shut the door, and collapsed to the floor. Why does this keep happening to me? Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe the world doesn't need someone like me. For the first time in his life, James felt completely hopeless. He sat there for hours in the dark, silent, defeated, empty. But then, something unexpected happened. As dawn approached, a single line of sunlight slipped through the curtain and fell across his face. Warm, gentle, alive. James slowly lifted his head. For the first time in weeks, he noticed something simple, but profound. He was still here, breathing, thinking, alive. A voice inside him, quiet but unmistakably strong, whispered, "If the sun can rise again, maybe I can too." That single thought didn't fix his life, but it cracked the wall around his heart. He stood up, walked to the mirror, and looked at the tired man staring back at him. "You're still alive," he whispered. "Life hasn't given up on you. So why are you giving up on life?" James didn't suddenly transform overnight. Life doesn't work like that. But that day, he made one small decision. He would take responsibility for everything he could control. He couldn't control the job he lost. He couldn't control the betrayal. He couldn't control the past. But he could control how he faced the next minute, the next hour, the next day. He cleaned his room. He shaved. He made a simple breakfast. He took a long walk outside. And while walking, he thought, "Life is a gift. I've been wasting it." For the first time in a long time, he felt something that almost scared him. Hope. Days turned into weeks. James applied to new jobs, not with desperation, but with discipline. He set a routine. Wake up early, exercise, read, write down his goals. He reminded himself each morning, do what you can with what you have. Some days were hard. Some days were brutal, but he kept going. Every time doubt whispered, "You're not worthy," he answered, "I was created for something. I am not done." Every time fear told him to quit, he whispered back, "Not today." He stopped letting people's negativity control him. He cut out voices that stole his joy. He learned to protect his peace like it was treasure, because it was. Slowly, something changed inside him. He didn't feel powerless anymore. He didn't feel broken. he started feeling like someone who deserved to rise. One morning, James woke before sunrise. He sat outside on the small balcony, watching the sky turn from black to purple to gold. As the sun climbed the horizon, he felt that same warmth on his face that woke him weeks before. This time he wasn't on the floor. He wasn't crying. He wasn't drowning. He was standing, and for the first time in a long time, he smiled. That very afternoon, he received a call from a small company he had applied to. They wanted to interview him. He went in confident, not because life was perfect, but because he had fought for every inch of progress. 2 days later, he got the job. Not a dream job, not a miracle job, but a start, a new beginning, a second chance. Months passed. James rebuilt his finances. He rebuilt his confidence. He rebuilt himself. People who once doubted him now asked, "How did you do it? How did you come back from all that?" He always answered the same way. "I stopped waiting for life to get easier. I started getting stronger." He learned that life is beautiful not because it's painless, but because every day gives us a chance to rise again. He learned that no one, not failure, not fear, not other people, has the right to control his destiny. He learned that even when you hit rock bottom, you can climb, if you choose to. James' story isn't just his story. It's a reminder for everyone who has ever felt broken, lost, or unworthy. Life is a gift, temporary, fragile, precious. No matter how heavy your challenges feel, no matter how dark your nights get, no matter who tries to pull you down, you are still here, and that means you can still rise. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for perfect timing. Don't wait for someone to save you. Take control. Take responsibility. Run toward the challenge. Fight for the life you deserve. Because at the end of the day, no one can live your life better than you. And as long as the sun still rises, you have another chance to rise with it.